Reading selections from Henry David Thoreau's Life, a Life. Now, this is the section Transcendental Self-Culture, page 86. It's unclear exactly when Emerson and Thoreau met. Emerson thought it was around Thoreau's graduation in 1837, perhaps in May, when Lucy showed him Sic Vita, or as early as April, after she showed him the bit of Henry's journal that sounded so much like himself. It could have been as late as that summer when Wheeler and Thoreau were living on Sandy Pond. The nonchalance of boys who are sure of a dinner and would disdain as much as a lord to do or say ought to consolate one is the healthy attitude of human nature, Emerson jotted approvingly. For this, his part, Thoreau carefully commemorated Sunday, October 22, 1837, as nothing less than his second Lebenstag, the day that gave him birth as a writer. Across the top of the first page of a new blank book, he wrote, quote, "What are you doing now?" ? He asked. "Do you keep a journal?" "So I make my first entry today." Few doubt that he was Emerson. His query sounds casual, a kindly expression of interest in the youthful and the newly unemployed Harvard graduate. This quiet conversation announces a momentous change in Thoreau's life from this day on. He had an interlocutor, his lifelong dialogue with Emerson, by turns loving, inspired, hostile, angry, and reconciled, would turn Thoreau into a great and holy original writer. Thoreau's creativity was realized not alone, but in partnership as Emerson fanned his creativity into genius. Thoreau's next wish was for solitude. "I seek a garret. The spirit soldier must not be disturbed, nor the floor swept, nor the lumber arranged." This also was Emerson's advice, straight from the lectures. He was writing then on human culture. First, quote, "Sit alone in your arrangements with your residence. See that you have a chamber to yourself, though you sell your coat and wear a blanket. Second, keep a journal. Pay so much honor to the visits of truth to your mind as to record those thoughts." Emerson's point was that solitude and journal keeping work together. Solitude is not for empty reverie, but for the productive habit of exploring, pen in hand. Quote, "What facts of moment lie in the memory? Facts that would illuminate the gross and heedless world into meaning and life." Likely, Thoreau had already been keeping some sort of journal. Spiritual self-examination was an honored New England tradition. Journals were often shared with friends and family, and Professor Channing had encouraged his Harvard students to record their daily progress. But the professor's moral accounting did not catch and hold Thoreau's imagination. Not like Emerson's call to see how the inaccessible waters of life roll through the catch of every moment. Thoreau's response to that call inaugurated a monumental life's work, an epic journey of over 2 million words, sustained as long as he could hold a pen. With garret secured and pen in hand, Thoreau transformed himself from Harvard graduate to transcendental apprentice. The key was self-culture. To culture or cultivate is to make something grow, whether plant, animal, or mind. While they all grow, only humans can turn that principle of culture upon themselves. To be human is to search for one's unique inner powers and then curiously unfold, guide, and nourish them. In most people, those powers lie dormant. To awaken, to become fully human, is to see that of all creation, humans alone carry God's nature within. As William Ellery Channing wrote, we see God around us because He dwells within us. It is by a kindred wisdom that we discern His wisdom in His works. Over the years, the Transcendentalists would argue with one another and follow many paths, but all held firm to the belief that the divine principle dwells within every person. This insight proved absolutely transformative. It meant that slavery was an abomination to be stopped at any cost, that the political and social inequality of women must end, that children must never be punished as sinners nor trained as workers, but educated to unfold and foster the divine spirit within, and that spiritual seekers could read divine wisdom directly in nature and so enjoy, as Emerson claimed in nature, quote, an original relation to the universe, the new view reshaping everything, philosophy, theology, science, law, the trades and professions had, in Emerson's word, quote, as yet attained no clearer name than culture. We read to page 88 and about Transcendental Self-Culture. And Henry David Thoreau, or David Henry Thoreau, or Henrika, A Life by Laura Dassow Walls.